If you're watching this video, then it's obvious you're ready to make some changes. Whether you're unhappy at your current job, can't find a job, or don't want a job, there's something here for you. Change can be scary, but we're going to show you that now is the right time to make your move.
Ladies, did you know that the Great Depression produced more millionaires in the history of the United States than any other era? Take a look at the current financial crisis as an opportunity to do something bold, different, and to finally get the results in your life and in business that you desire. Even if you don't want to be an entrepreneur, you still need to know how to effectively communicate with people and how to make the connections that will take your career to new heights. I'm Stacey Wambo.
And I'm Alana Pickett. And together we're going to take a look at what's going on in our economy as it affects us as women. Then we're going to explore the skills and concepts we need so that we can position ourselves to be on the right side of money and business. Let's take a quick look at some of the current trends happening for women entrepreneurs right now. According to recent U.S. Census data, women start businesses at 1.5 times the national rate. We're estimated to own over 8 million enterprises, generating over $1 trillion in revenue. And we almost employ 8 million American workers. Within a 14-year period, women-owned businesses grew by over 50%. Growth in revenue, which was 53%, and growth in employment, which was 8%, while impressive, still fall below the national average. So what's causing this boom? Well, women are dissatisfied with the conditions of the workplace. What's going on in the workplace? Still receive less money than men in salary for the same jobs. Also, men are entering traditionally women-dominated arenas more and more. According to an analysis of census data done by the New York Times, occupations with more than 70% women in them provided almost a third of all jobs that men got between 2000 and 2010, which is double what it was the decade before. Why is this shift occurring? Because traditionally male occupations are experiencing high levels of unemployment, and often these jobs require less training, and often wages start in the double digits, which can be quite attractive to someone who's unemployed. The recession is making domestic work more valuable in some homes. The Federal Reserve Bank of Kansas recently published a paper in which they argue non-market work can become relatively more productive for many women, while the human capital of men is often more specialized toward market activities. What's that mean? It's a bunch of fancy talk for men are more valued outside of the home. Additionally, childcare costs continue to rise while salaries wither away. According to the National Association of Childcare Resources and Referral Agencies, the average annual cost of full-time daycare can be as much as $14,000 per year. So what about college-educated women? How are they weathering this economic storm? Well, even college-educated women are subjected to the effects of this unstable economy. The Joint Economic Committee attributes this to the highly competitive market. In short, if you're under 30, you're more likely to be out of work. You'll now find yourself competing against people twice your age with college degrees and decades of experience for only entry-level positions.
I hate to be the bearer of more bad news, but the unemployment crisis isn't going to fix itself anytime soon. Unfortunately, this is going to have a ripple effect and directly impact your earning potential over an entire lifetime. Here are some key points Professor Lisa Kahn from Yale University School of Management highlighted about the future of the unemployment disaster. Even 15 years out, you're earning about 2% less, according to Kahn. Charted over 17 years, that's 5% less in total income. Now, I know you might be saying, it's only 5%, Stacey. Well, that little 5% adds up to $100,000 over the course of your career. Mind you, this study was done on white men that historically have the highest rate of employment in our country. So if you are a woman or a minority, you have the pleasure of adding the usual sexy discount to those numbers. Sorry. And if you're thinking of going back to college so that you can become more qualified in a fiercely competitive job market, you may want to reconsider your options given the hefty price tag. The National Center for Education Statistics for 2010 cited that it costs more than $17,000 a year to attend a four-year public institution and more than $40,000 annually for a private four-year college. That's more than a 37% increase from just a decade ago. And ladies, as the primary caregivers for our families, we are faced with yet another obstacle: childcare. The National Association of Child Care Resource and Referral Agencies published a 2010 update on the cost of childcare, and I have to warn you that the results were pretty bleak. As childcare compares to the cost of living and education, here is also what the NACCRR findings revealed. In 40 states, the average annual cost for center-based care for an infant was higher than a year's tuition and related fees at a 4-year public college, and it also exceeded the annual rent payments in 24 states. Center-based child care fees for 2 children, an infant and a 4-year-old, exceeded the average annual rent and mortgage payments in 18 states. And as a side note, keep in mind, these costs that I stated above are for children that our society deems as normal. If you have a child that suffers from any type of behavioral order, such as autism or ADHD, the prices literally go through the roof. So due to all these contributing factors, it is clear to see why women have been launching their own businesses left and right. But as Alana stated before, these emerging women-owned enterprises are failing and closing their doors just as fast as they open. So what's the hitch in the giddy-up? Well, it's quite simple. A lot of women entrepreneurs lack what we call social equity. So what is social equity? It is strategically positioning yourself to connect, socialize, and build public relationships, not only with just the well-respected game changers within your niche, but members of your target demographic as well. This in turn spawns a growing interest in you and your businesses. The bottom line, invest in people and they'll invest in you. It's all about reciprocity. So why is acquiring social equity such a challenge for women? Well, for starters, women are programmed givers by nature and they hate selling. Women also have a very negative perception of self-promotion. Women are effective communicators but horrible networkers. We tend to value having intimate social circles versus building large, expansive networks. But having large networks, self-promotion, and salesmanship are what catapult businesses into profit quickly and efficiently. Michelle Obama is a classic example of this concept. In February 2010, our First Lady launched a campaign to combat the nation's childhood obesity epidemic titled Let's Move. She brilliantly and strategically networked with celebrities that are heavily invested in her husband's political campaign. She then cleverly leverages their star power to reach out to kids across the country through her initiative. And as you can see in the picture here, we have pop star Beyonce with a group of young teens at a Harlem high school. They're doing an exercise in their gymnasium. So it was a very successful initiative by Michelle Obama. She got a lot of support from a lot of A-list celebrities, as you can see. The parents are then motivated to support the first family because they took the time to invest in their family's well-being. Now, I'm not telling you to go out and recruit celebrities to market your business, but what I am suggesting to you is that you genuinely and effectively begin establishing connections with the right people in your niche. All it takes is the willingness to invest in the proper knowledge and acquiring a new skill set. And that's what we are here to help you accomplish. So the next step is to go to the top of the page and subscribe to the free Act Like a Lady, Think Like the Boss newsletter so that you can get instant access to our community and discover how to turn your connections into cash today. And with that being said, ladies, thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to connecting with you on the inside. Take care.